The ancient Egyptians didn't just build pyramids, they might have been laying the foundation for a lost technological revolution.
I don't know how they did it. All I know is they did it. I don't think anybody knows how they did it.
From mysterious machines hidden in plain sight to engineering feats that still baffle modern minds, Egypt's ancient wonders challenge everything we think we know about progress. Was there a forgotten golden age of tech before the iPhone? In this exploration, we'll dive into the secrets of Egypt's advanced technologies, all pointing to a civilization far ahead of its era. Prepare for a journey that might just change your view of history. Sakara Bird. In 1898, archaeologists uncovered a curious artifact in the ancient tomb of Pi-Iman at Sakara, Egypt. Among the usual array of pottery, tools, and grave goods, they found a small, unassuming model bird. However, its perfect symmetry and detailed features stood out. Measuring just over 7 inches in wingspan and weighing a mere 39 grams, the bird lacked feet and was poised in a flight-like posture. Its wings extended outward, resembling the design of a modern aircraft. What intrigued archaeologists even more was its unusual tail, which rotated 90 degrees to the vertical, which closely resembled the stabilizer on a modern plane. At first, they dismissed it as a spiritual representation, placing it in a display case alongside other Egyptian bird models. But the bird would not remain forgotten for long. In 1969, Dr. Khalil Mesa, an anatomy professor and aviation enthusiast, encountered the model bird in Cairo's Egyptian Museum. To his trained eye, it looked like a miniature glider, leading him to propose an extraordinary theory. The ancient Egyptians might have understood aerodynamics long before modern civilization. Dr. Mesa's theory ignited debate, suggesting that the Egyptians may have once possessed lost technology. He noted that the bird's unpainted surface was likely a weight-saving feature, unlike other decorated models, and speculated that the absence of a horizontal stabilizer meant it had simply deteriorated over time. He boldly claimed that the Sakara bird was not just a model, but possibly a miniature representation of the full-sized flying machine, similar to the airplanes invented by the Wright brothers some 5,000 years later. While Dr. Mesa's theories have been met with skepticism, the idea that the ancient Egyptians were capable of flight challenges are assumptions about early civilizations. The Sakara bird, with its sophisticated design and striking resemblance to modern aircraft, continues to fascinate those who question the limits of ancient technology. Whether a spiritual symbol or a forgotten model glider, the bird remains one of Egypt's most intriguing and mysterious artifacts. Oyun Structure. The Oyun, an awe-inspiring ancient structure located about 350 miles south of the Great Pyramid of Giza, has long intrigued and puzzled historians and archaeologists. Its massive size and unique design have led some to speculate. They think it could be the work of a long-lost, advanced civilization. This civilization might have had technology beyond what we attribute to the ancient Egyptians of the pharaonic era. One of the most puzzling aspects of the Oyun is its unusual architectural design. Unlike the typical rectangular layouts of most ancient Egyptian temples, the Oyun has a complex L shape. This deviation from the norm raises compelling questions about the true intentions behind its construction. The scale of the structure itself is breathtaking, with massive blocks of rose granite, some weighing up to 100 tons, forming its core. These enormous stones were quarried from Aswan, a remarkable 200 miles away, which presents a logistical challenge that seems almost impossible to overcome. How did the ancient Egyptians move and place these giant stones without advanced machinery? The Oyun's architecture adds another layer to its mystery. The site has a double-layered roof and many chambers. Its advanced engineering seems beyond a civilization with the tools of the time. The precise stacking of the massive blocks and the intricate interlocking wedges suggest advanced knowledge of construction and engineering. These skills are not typically attributed to the ancient Egyptians. Also, the use of granite, a harder material than the limestone usually used in ancient Egypt, suggests advanced technology that contradicts historical records of the Egyptians' abilities. Adding to the enigma, the Osiran lacks any Egyptian hieroglyphs, art, or artifacts. The lack of decoration is unusual for Egyptian structures. It leaves researchers wondering about the site's true purpose and origins. There is nothing that directly links the Osiran to the ancient Egyptians. Temples and monuments across Egypt were often renovated. They were adorned with new artworks and inscriptions. The Osiran, however, remains untouched by such additions. This makes it a unique anomaly in Egyptian architecture. Its subterranean layout is also unconventional. Some experts propose that the Osiran could be much older than the surrounding structures, possibly predating the accumulation of sand and soil over thousands of years. This theory is further supported by the discovery of water erosion patterns on the limestone enclosure around the site, which some believe could only have formed if the structure was built before the end of the last ice age, when the region's climate was much wetter. This suggests the Osiran may be a remnant of a long-lost civilization predating the pharaohs. It hints at a time when Egypt had an advanced culture. One of the most captivating aspects of the Osiran is its underground nature. Using modern seismic technology, researchers have discovered that the structure extends at least 50 feet below the current floor level, indicating that what we see today is only the uppermost part of a much larger complex. Seismic tests have revealed hollow chambers deep within the structure. This suggests hidden secrets yet to be uncovered. However, water constantly fills these depths. It makes it impossible to pump out and explore the hidden areas. This hinders archaeologists. Dendera light bulb. In the Hathor temple at Dendera, Egypt, a mysterious carving has sparked intense debate, one that closely resembles a modern electric light bulb. This motif, found in ancient stone reliefs, has divided scholars for years. Some, like the French theorist, argue it depicts advanced electrical technology that Egyptians may have possessed. However, most Egyptologists maintain that the carvings symbolize elements of Egyptian mythology, such as a lotus flower with a snake, representing stability and fertility. Despite the traditional interpretation, intriguing evidence casts doubt on these views. When recently excavated temples were examined, no soot from candles or other typical light sources was found, suggesting that something far cleaner was illuminating the interiors. This unexpected find has led to questions about how ancient Egyptians lit their sacred spaces. Could they have used some form of electrical lighting long before we ever imagined? One of the most provocative theories comes from Erich von Däniken, the renowned author of Chariots of the Gods. Von Däniken suggests that the ancient Egyptians had light bulbs. They were powered by direct current electricity, centuries before Thomas Edison. In his documentary, he presented dramatic footage showing hieroglyphs that resemble transparent glass tubes with filament-like forms, possibly indicating ancient light sources. To further support his theory, von Däniken even made a replica based on these ancient depictions that actually emitted light when powered up. This shocking demonstration has fueled the debate about ancient technology, challenging the conventional belief that civilizations like ancient Egypt were far less advanced than we thought. The idea that the Egyptians could have harnessed electricity long before modern scientists discovered it pushes us to rethink the history of technological progress. Were the ancient Egyptians really capable of creating light bulbs, or are we seeing things through a modern lens? Advanced transportation. The Valley Temple of Khafra is in the Giza Pyramid complex. It has fascinated archaeologists and historians for centuries. It is a testament to ancient engineering. It is remarkably intact, as it was buried under the sands of Egypt for much of its history. Built using massive limestone and red granite blocks, some weighing over 150 tons, the temple's construction defies modern understanding of ancient technology. The precise transport, shaping, and assembly of these huge stones raises questions about the builder's methods. What truly sets the Valley Temple apart is the way its stonework fits together seamlessly. The walls are so well built, they look like a giant puzzle. Every piece interlocks perfectly. The absence of mortar suggests that the ancient Egyptians possessed a level of craftsmanship beyond their time. This precise fitting of stones without binding materials shows an extraordinary mastery of stonework. It may have involved lost techniques or technologies. One of the most intriguing features of the temple is the presence of bent stones in its interior. These stones, seemingly shaped or bent without breaking, challenge our knowledge of ancient masonry. How could such massive blocks of stone be manipulated with such precision? Did the ancient builders possess forgotten technologies? Did they have methods that allowed them to create such intricate, complex structures? Adding to the mystery is a large black granite block on the temple's eastern wall, which stands out against the surrounding pink granite. Its purpose is unclear. Some speculate it marks an entrance to an underground passage. Despite the belief that the temple was for mummifying Pharaoh Khafra, no proof supports this claim. Another curious aspect of the Valley Temple is its lack of paintings or inscriptions. It shares this feature with the nearby Great Pyramid. This absence of decoration has led some researchers to propose that the temple could be much older than previously thought. Also, the temple's design is similar to ancient structures in distant lands. These include the Olano and Coricancha temples in Peru. Could there be an unexplained connection between these ancient civilizations? The Valley Temple of Khafra, with its mystery and grandeur, captivates us. It raises questions about the advanced knowledge of the ancient Egyptians. The Jed Pillar. The Jed Pillar is a key symbol of ancient Egypt. It's known for its sturdy base, tall column, and top bars. This pillar is crucial in Egyptian mythology, especially concerning Osiris, the afterlife god. It stands for stability, regeneration, and life's essence. Moreover, it symbolizes the cosmic balance that sustains life. But could it have a meaning beyond mythology? Linking the Jed Pillar to Nikola Tesla's innovations might seem odd at first, yet there are interesting similarities. Both represent energy and power. The Jed Pillar's themes of stability and renewal suggest a continuous energy flow. This idea aligns with Tesla's vision of wireless energy, aiming to tap into limitless power. Some theories suggest the Jed Pillar might be more than a symbol from ancient Egypt. It could hint at early knowledge of electrical energy. The pillar's shape and bars resemble parts of today's electrical systems. These systems transmit or store energy. This leads to a fascinating idea. Ancient Egyptians might have known about electrical energy, similar to Tesla's ideas, long before him. However, most scholars see the Jed Pillar just as a cultural symbol, yet these alternative views add an intriguing mystery. Enclave of Zetlan. Tucked between the Giza Plateau and Abu Sia, the site of Zetlan has long intrigued archaeologists and theorists. The Egyptian government's decision to restrict access and bury the site was a mystery. It only fueled my curiosity. It left the world with few clues to its past. The only detailed account comes from Egyptologist Alessandro Barsanti. He ventured into Zetlan in the early 20th century before the site was sealed off. His findings are extraordinary. They suggest a place of advanced construction. It defies our understanding of ancient Egypt. At the heart of this mysterious place is the unfinished pyramid. It is a structure that challenges Egypt's historical timeline. The pyramid's base measures 650 feet on each side. It has a deep, T-shaped shaft carved into the bedrock that descends about 100 feet. This is an astonishing feat, given the hardness of the stone. The precision with which this shaft was excavated raises immediate questions. How could the ancient Egyptians have achieved such accuracy? The conventional belief is that Egyptians used only basic copper and stone tools. But this doesn't seem true, given the complexities of Zetlan. Adding to the mystery is the almost flawless verticality and smoothness of the shaft's walls. It suggests the use of advanced surveying and cutting tools. They are more sophisticated than they thought they would be in ancient Egypt. Moreover, there are no hieroglyphs or inscriptions. They would provide clues about the pyramid's purpose and its builders. This puzzling absence only deepens the intrigue. One of the most perplexing discoveries came when Barsanti's team found massive limestone blocks. They had been placed to conceal something beneath the shaft. Removing the blocks revealed a foundation of pink granite blocks. It included a colossal 30-ton piece. Could this be the entrance to a world below? It might hold treasures or relics from a lost civilization. Among the most curious finds was a large oval vat crafted from polished pink granite. This vat, which had a mirror-like finish, was well preserved with lime and clay. This showed its importance. A mysterious black band on the vat's walls, possibly from some liquid, hinted at a unique process tied to its purpose. Was it related to energy generation or storage, as some have speculated? But the real enigma arose after a storm in 1905, which flooded the pit with over 10 feet of water. Hours later, the water drained away. This led Barsanti to suspect a hidden underground chamber. Mysterious Core 7th. In the late 19th century, a strange discovery near the Great Pyramids turned up a 4,500-year-old piece of rock, now known as Core 7. British archaeologist Flinders Petrie unearthed this curious cylindrical rock. It is now in the Petrie Museum in London. At first, it seems like an ordinary chunk of granite, but on closer inspection, it has perfectly spaced grooves, like vinyl record tracks. What purpose did this rock serve, and how did the ancient Egyptians manage to create such intricate markings? Core 7 is believed to be a discarded core, possibly from the drilling of a hole meant for a door pivot. What makes this rock so puzzling is not just its shape, it's the material it's made of. Granite, a tough rock to work with. The ancient Egyptians, with only soft copper tools, would have found it nearly impossible to drill through such solid rock with the precision seen in Core 7th. So how did they manage it? One theory is that diamond cutting technology can slice through granite. It's strong enough to do that. But there's a catch. The Egyptians were not known to have access to diamonds, at least not in a form that could be used for cutting. This raises a question. Could the Egyptians have lost advanced technology? It would be beyond what we think they were capable of. Adding to the intrigue is the groove's shape. Most ancient Egyptians used bow drills, a back-and-forth motion to carve through materials. However, Core 7th's grooves suggest a different technique. They hint at a continuous rotation, like a modern power drill. This is a method that was far beyond the technology of the time, making the origin of Core 7th even more mysterious. The mystery deepens when we look at the wider spaces between each groove. They suggest the drilling was done with far greater force than even modern drills can achieve. This suggests that ancient Egyptians may have used a highly advanced, unknown method to drill through the granite. Aswan's unfinished obelisk. In the sun-kissed south of Egypt by the Nile lies an awe-inspiring relic from the ancient world, the unfinished obelisk of Aswan. This colossal granite structure, abandoned due to a fatal crack, offers a glimpse into the grand ambitions of Egypt's ancient artisans. It was to be the largest single stone monument carved by Egyptians. It stands 137 feet tall and weighs 1,200 tons. But why was this monumental project abandoned, and what secrets does it hold? The size of the obelisk alone speaks volumes about the ambition of its creators. As you enter Aswan, atop a vast granite outcrop, the quarry reveals strange, tantalizing clues to the ancient craftsman's advanced techniques. Mysterious, perfectly round holes dot the landscape. Their smooth surfaces defy modern explanation. Some believe they were test holes. They probed the granite's depth before committing to the massive task of shaping the obelisk. But these strange markings are only the beginning. As you draw closer to the unfinished obelisk itself, the real puzzles begin. The stone's surface has smooth, hollowed-out areas. They look like giant scoops, as if someone dug out ice cream. These strange depressions have puzzled archaeologists. They can't explain their purpose or origin. Even more baffling are the markings on nearby stones. Someone seems to have carefully scooped away the granite, leaving only a thin connection to its original position. The prevailing theory is that diorite balls shaped the obelisk. But this theory crumbles under scrutiny. It conflicts with the evidence of precise test holes and smooth surfaces. The mystery deepens as questions arise. How were such colossal stones shaped so finely? Tannis Cataclysm. Tannis, an ancient city in Egypt's northeastern Nile Delta, is mysterious and fascinating. Once a thriving metropolis, its importance was lost to history, until French archaeologists uncovered it in 1939 after years of digging. What they found was both breathtaking and baffling. Massive statues, obelisks, and stone blocks lay scattered in chaos. Some came from quarries over 1,000 miles away. Among the ruins was a fragment of a colossal statue. It was once the largest single granite statue ever made. This statue was likely twice the size of the Colossi of Memnon, a famous giant statue near Luxor. They stand around 120 feet tall and weigh 1,400 tons. The discovery raised immediate questions. How did these immense stones travel such great distances? What disaster could have shattered them so violently? Adding to the intrigue was the strange, barren landscape surrounding Tannis. Unlike the fertile delta, this area had almost no plant life. This sparked further curiosity. Some researchers believe Tannis is the biblical city of Zoan. Ancient texts say it was destroyed by fire and devastation. Strangely, some stones at Tannis showed signs of intense heat. This hinted at a cataclysmic event with extreme temperatures beyond human fires or wars. The damage was unlike anything from traditional ancient destruction. The statues were blown apart and scattered, indicating an immense force at work. Excavations also revealed that much of the city was buried beneath 10 to 20 feet of soil. This suggests the site was quickly and violently covered over. This led some to theorize that a natural disaster, perhaps a solar plasma ejection, could have obliterated the city and altered the landscape. Some believe that the granite obelisks and statues at Tannis were part of a lost tech system, possibly linked to the Giza pyramids. If such an advanced system malfunctioned, it might have destroyed the city. Tannis would then be buried beneath the sands, one of Egypt's greatest mysteries. Tutankhamun's meteoric dagger, a mystery in iron. On 26 November 1922, a momentous event in archaeology occurred. British archaeologist Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon entered the sealed chambers of Pharaoh Tutankhamun's tomb. They uncovered a treasure trove, golden artifacts, intricate jewelry, and countless other riches. However, among the lavish items, one object stood out. It was an iron dagger in a gold sheath found by the young pharaoh's mummified remains. This exquisite dagger would spark a mystery. It has perplexed experts ever since. The dagger's golden embellishments were not surprising. Egyptian royalty loved precious metals, but it was the iron blade that caught everyone's attention. At a time when bronze was the metal of choice, iron was a rarity. The ancient Egyptians did not smelt iron. That technique would not become widespread until centuries after Tutankhamun's reign. The presence of iron, especially a finely crafted blade, raised eyebrows among historians and archaeologists. The mystery deepened when it was revealed that the iron used in the dagger came from a meteorite. This discovery added a new layer of intrigue. How could the Egyptians have forged such a sophisticated artifact from something so unusual? Some theorized that the blade was a divine gift from the gods. This belief fueled speculation about advanced ancient civilizations and even aliens. Mainstream Egyptologists posited that the Egyptians may have got the meteorite iron after it fell to Earth. While plausible, this theory raised more questions. In the Bronze Age, extracting usable metal from a meteorite would have been impossible without advanced technology. After all, meteorite iron is scattered throughout the rock, making it challenging to isolate. In 1994, a breakthrough came with X-ray fluorescence spectrometry. It revealed that the dagger's metal wasn't just ordinary meteoritic iron. It was a complex alloy of 89% iron, with significant amounts of nickel, cobalt, and chromium. This advanced blend suggested Egypt had skills beyond its time. This astonishing artifact challenges our knowledge of ancient Egypt. It leaves us with more questions than answers. How could a civilization so advanced in some areas have technology centuries ahead of its time? We hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more amazing stories.